Hey guys, this is Flight again, bringing you another video, this time involving splits. We did a little bit of a learning jam session, I'd call it, today on stream, and we've got about an hour's worth of information I'm going to be splitting up into multiple videos. This first one's all going to be about splits and how you can start to utilize them pretty fast. The first thing I really wanted to talk about though, before I forget, if you ever go into Sandbox, you can press Shift and B and it will bring up the selection screen again. So this allows you to more quickly access all of this information. If you need to quickly check, okay, what does a Peewee do on this wave, or what does a Zuka do here? You can quickly hop over then to Divine and drop this unit and test then that with Garg. It used to be that you had to type chat commands every time. This makes it a lot simpler. The other thing to keep in mind, the reason why you want to split in Legion is it just allows for more time of the wave's movement. Time is your friend in Legion in the sense of unit movement means they're doing less damage. If you can move units for longer periods of time, it means your damage dealers can deal more damage to the small amount of unit creeps that they have in front of them, and the mercenaries and other creeps will do a loop around or whatever it may be. But aside from that, I guess I'm just going to link you guys right into it. If you have any more to add, I'll keep going. I'm just going to start recording. But anyway, for like even split is an option, right? When you send like when you get sends like this, you'll get both one send going to both sides, right? It works. It's fine. Clear. What can happen though, and this is why you build on the left side and not the right, is if you get two units, you get a, let's say a dragon turtle and then a snail. The larger of the two units, so in this case the dragon turtle, always will spawn on the right side, which means it will always go to the right. So you'll always get the smaller send on the left side versus the right. Then the same can basically be said when you are splitting halfway down. Hey guys, VoiceOver Caleb here. For the most part with this section, all you need to know is that a half down split is going to pull basically the exact same as a even split in most scenarios, but it may be a little easier to adjust the split later because you're able to just add another half square up once you go 3 squares in. The only other thing to keep in mind then is a full square split is not usable unless you want all the mercenaries to go on your main damage on the left side. For the most part, this is not going to be very usable for most players, and you're much better off just doing an even or half split. There's a couple unique scenarios that it makes sense, but again, most of the time you're going to want to do a half or an even split. And I guess is there anything else I want to talk about with regular splits quick? Probably not really. That's probably fine. I'm going to do a voiceover on this anyway and cut it up, but the other thing to keep in mind is range splits, like everyone keeps asking me. So, Mac, for instance. Oh.
Welcome to Nova.
Do it with range units like Mask? Ah, okay. Yeah. I should probably do that too. Range units like Mask, I normally will do just... Oh, I guess I should do this still. Nomad.
Welcome.
You've got units like this. If you got units like that, you're going to want to split a full square up over the mid unit. That's something to keep in mind. I keep doing this where I'm not going to wave 1 quick enough. Shift B, and I'll start including that in like the go-overs. So to do this, you press Shift and B. That was newly added. I didn't have that priority back in the day. So when you're building units like out, the thing you got to keep in mind with your split is for every unit you're in, if you go in one unit on the middle, every tile over here is a half tile on the right. So if a unit's here, you're going to want it to be even split. If a unit's here, you want it to be a half tile above or a full tile above. So here or here. That's another thing with splitting. It's kind of an important thing to keep in mind. If you don't adjust your split, I think I can actually just start. And it should show this still. Yep, so it should pull to the right, like I talked about. If you don't adjust your split, yeah, bad things will happen. So let's sell these. Do the same thing. Bad things will happen to pet tools if you don't adjust your split. But yeah, it's just that you want to make sure you're always adjusting your split if you build out or inwards. We don't. No, I want bad things to happen to pets, so split badly. But yeah. On the right side, you build as low as possible value, so tier 1 units. Range unit likes mask, okay. So the way I always, at least this is how I personally do mask splitting, is if I'm splitting with a ranged unit, like mask, if I can, I want to have mask be the split option, like this. So then the masks are always ahead of everything, and then I can build a split around so it feeds like this. Zerd, you're better off a lot of times because in theory you're not going to hold a centaur. If you're getting a centaur sent to you, most of the time you're probably not theoretically going to hold it. So you want to try to kill as much of the wave because that's where your main value is. Splitting, and I'll explain this in the video that I dropped, but splitting basically just means that the wave takes longer, right? I'll do a split like this and you guys can see how it works. This is wave 1, remind you, so keep that in mind. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the Twitch Prime, Placid. But so the thing is now with ranged units like this, you can get a very long arcing split that can then cause the units to literally wrap around the entire game. Like you just wasted so much time because of that, right? That's an important thing to keep in mind. It works with masks, it works with polywogs. Anything that has a range damage, you can kind of make this weird loop. Yep, exactly 0. It just allows you to do more damage to the wave. And then the wave that comes around, you get longer times of attack. There is a way to just place like a mask, for instance, on the right side here. And just have it split. I personally don't like doing that. I like to just make it so I can do a full loop around. But that is possible. I don't know the exact placement on the right hand side though for ranged. It kind of, I'm imagining, depends on what you have. The loop's only good if you don't have ranged DPS. Yes. So let's say we had this. This is just gonna do a normal split like the other ones were, but you're not going to have it loop around to the backside with this setup, right? As long as you have it like this, there's no looping, and you're fine. I can show that as well. It'll still pull the dragon turtle and the creeps. You'll get one more creep on the left side, which does stink, but you still get this going. And with masks, the nice thing is you can then upgrade this mask if you need a mask for, like, let's say wave 7 or 8. This mask up front will still tank some of, and you have to, I think, have it farther forward. You need it like 3 or 4 forward to really get the advantage of it. But you can have this thing tanking sends, like range sends as well. Alright, so we're going to go. I hope you find all this stream information helpful. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to leave comments below. I'll be sure to try to either correct something or upload some clip or another to help you guys out. Otherwise, if you guys could please leave a comment, like, and subscribe. I'll be continuing to pump out more YouTube content as quick as I possibly can. Most of them, I think, though, are going to be more of this Twitch clip style, where I'm going to try to do a recording while streaming to try to ease up and keep time flow faster. Thanks, guys. Peace.